and welcome back to another episode of Tech Stand Up Podcast. Today I'm joined by Enrico.
Hi everybody.
Hello, and Enrico and I were actually out live attending out here in Nashville, attending CommvaultGO. Enrico, what did you think about the keynote this morning?
So it was amazing. So they have this guy, I don't remember the name actually, but
Steve Connell,
okay. And it was very good with a very high pace kind of performance. And it didn't bring a message that was about the company or whatever, but it was about the data in general, to manage the data, and it was really effective, I think.
Yeah, I liked how for Steve's performance for the opening before Bob and Al came out, I did like how it kind of told a story of not necessarily what Commvault was doing,
yes,
but more about going from the Stone Age to the modern era. And if we look at it from an IT perspective, that's what companies are doing, right? They're going from this old monolithic IT infrastructure setups, reference architectures and so forth, and they're bringing into this new advanced technologies with cloud.
The storytelling was brilliant.
Yeah.
I think and yes, at the end he ended up with we will all administer our system with voice commands. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one yet, actually.
We see it in every sci-fi movie. That it comes up. So actually, maybe it's a future.
Let me ask you this: since your specialty is storage, right? Data storage. How do you see what Commvault was doing as going to impact the data that you on your storage systems?
Well, actually, the answer is a little bit complicated in the sense that I didn't have too many expectations about Commvault. So I knew Commvault. So one of my previous working life was to run a system integrator, and I was a Commvault seller, among other things. So yes, I had all the problems they mentioned today, like the complexity of the licensing, also the installation problems, because the product was already so complicated. It was targeted for very high-end enterprises also at the time, and it was complicated at that time. I thought, okay, I'm going to this event, they will tell their story again, but actually I'm not. If I compare them with the new entrants in the market, wow, that's totally different. You have these guys, they come in with a scale-out appliance, with the scale-out appliance, 15 minutes, they connect to VMware, and they start backupping just doing a few steps, simple steps, okay? But then I was surprised. Yesterday we had this session with them, and I saw a lot of changes in the mentality, but also in the way they are reorganizing the product, because the backend of the product is good.
Yeah.
It's the user experience that was not that good. Okay. So they are embracing a new way of doing things.
Okay.
Meaning better user interface, way better user interface. Okay. And if we take apart all the AI stuff, voice activated comments or whatever, okay, I don't want to go there. But if you think how they can deploy the system today, so with the hyperscale appliances or even just the software that they give you with the best practices to implement it, it's way better than it was in the past. Okay?
Yeah.
Easier to adopt, easier to implement, easier to manage. There are a lot of features that they showed yesterday that are actually cool.
Yeah, I would say from having been in the backup space and working for one of their top competitors that they actually mentioned with Data Protector, one of the biggest selling points that Data Protector pre-sales or sales folks would use against them is the fact that the licensing is so complex. I actually pinged a couple of my old pre-sale buddies and I was like, hey, have you heard about this, like so forth? And they're actually no longer with HP or on the data protection side, but they've been on the other side of the table. So for me to see that, I was like, okay, well that's good that they've actually simplified the licensing now, because no one really wants to talk about licensing. Not even the people that create the licensing model want to talk about licensing.
No, yes,
It's very, very tiring. But for me, I really like that it's built off of a platform, right? So they have this this underlying foundation. It says here where it is, and we've developed this hooks, as you will, into the platform. I would like to see maybe where they're going with that platform. You know, I noticed they mentioned the Activate, which is more like their InfoGov side, which will give you the deeper insights and analytics within your data, and that'll really drive the business value, right? The backup and recovery stuff will provide the peace of mind, if you will.
No, yes, I have to say that you know, they are mimicking a lot these new startups, the way they are approaching now the customer, the way they are showing the product. Okay, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, as you said, they have this foundation that is really good. Okay, and now they are building stuff on top of it that is more user-friendly. And this is, it will make a change, because, you know, if the license is good, the product looks good from the front end, okay, you can tell anything about the back end. Okay? I work with it. It works. Okay, at the end of the day, it backups data, it recovers data, and the other products that they handle in the product portfolio are actually interesting. Okay, some of them are totally mature. I have to be honest. So the AWS implementation of their stack, look, yes, good, but there is a lot to do.
They're in infancy stage.
Yes, there is a lot to do to make it really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know, you can see the potential. At the end of the day, it's the same product deployed on the cloud.
Yeah.
Okay. So potentially they could implement a lot of features to do cross-cloud backup, to do manage the on-premises infrastructure from the cloud. So there is room for improvement, of course, but you know, they are laying down a very good strategy.
So since these podcasts, I'm trying to keep them shorter, what are your last words on your first impression from the keynote?
So in general, I would say that I was impressed. Okay, the way they organized the keynote, I'm not really a keynote fan. In the last few years, I saw a lot of very bad keynotes from CEOs and in big companies. So they kept it clean and it's transparent what they want to do. Okay, only time will tell if they will be able to, you know, execute. But I think it was good. The impression was good.
Well, I would second those thoughts. Is I actually enjoyed the keynote. The music that they had playing, they had a live band playing, and it wasn't too loud. I've been in other keynotes where it's absurdly loud. So like you went into an Abercrombie Fitch store, it's just absurdly loud. But I am interested to see the direction that they are headed. And I like how you mentioned how they're being transparent about that, and they're trying to say this is where we were, we've identified that, and we're changing, and so forth.
Yeah, and just to close, I was really impressed by the fact that they left a lot of time to Bill Nye, the scientist guy, and to the Steve Cannell at the beginning. So their part of the keynote was not that you know, long. It was, and also customers. So it was a good pace overall. I think they did a great job.
All right, and with that, until next time.
Thank you very much.